her 50th birthday.
I remember.
You went to the
Ellen show.
Ellen show.
I took my wife, yeah. It was a few months afterwards, but that's when I could get tickets.
Were you? Did you get up and dance?
She wasn't dancing at that point.
Oh, she wasn't?
She wasn't?
No, you don't remember? She wasn't
I don't remember that. I know that you didn't get on camera dancing, but I thought...
Yeah, she didn't dance.
Did you go see somebody else, too?
Were you just ignoring Millie and Michael?
We did Good Morning America.
Oh, Good Morning America.
With Strahan.
Michael Strahan. Yes, that's it. Yep.
She liked that show, too. It was fun seeing Mel. It was just... The guests weren't that great, you know. So anyway, I think she's had enough of Ellen too. I mean, she watches all the time, tapes it. But I said, "Are you upset?" She goes, "No, it's time."
So I've not seen her show. I know that some of the talk shows, at least they used to, allow questions from the audience. Did they allow questions, or did they pre-screen
beforehand?
No, like during the show.
They
would allow guests to ask questions too.
Never seen the Ellen Show in 18 years. Never seen it.
No.
Wow. I don't know. I get that you don't watch it. I can understand that.
I've seen
it's been on for
highlights
so
of her
long.
dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You asked the question.
Yeah, I've seen highlights. I know what her shtick is. But I've not sat down.
Never seen
Last I was there, it was like Cat Week. It's true. It was. And the guests were, I forget his name.
Cowboy?
No, he was from The Big Bang Theory, not the star.
Sheldon?
No, he was I have to be politically correct. He was the
Garfield?
Indian.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what his name is.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. Yes.
He was someone, and one of the guys from One Direction, Neil Horan, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Wow, what are you laughing at? You pronounce it wrong or right?
No, I have no idea. I'm just laughing that those were the contestants.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how you pronounce his name. Niall, G-O-N-E-L, yes.
Oh, man. It was, he was good. So they gave, they give you gifts and all that. So we got a CD of his latest album and tickets to one of his, you'll be getting tickets to one of his shows. I mean, that's kind of cool. He's, I heard of him, whatever, pretty popular.
And your daughters might have liked him.
Yeah, exactly. So we get these tickets in the mail. It's for the Irvine, California amphitheater. I'm flying out to California to see. It's like I'm seeing the Rolling Stones or Bruce or something like that. If I wanted to really go, see him when he came here, I probably could have done something. It's like really. So I tried to put him on StubHub. We've got no offers. No offers whatsoever.
There's another show that's also
starting
coming
route to
to an
65
end. I'm guessing,
Eagle
John, you
Road.
probably haven't seen this one either. And that's
In half
This
a
Is
mile,
Us.
turn right onto Castle
It's going to be ending after its 6th season, which will likely premiere this fall. I know, and I read this, I was like, my husband will be so happy that this show, he hates this show, absolutely hates this show. I enjoy it. I still watch it. I watched this week's yesterday. But it is, it's getting now to the point where they're just coming up with these runoff stories, and it is time to come to an end. And they say it's just like the Ellen Show, that when they signed this 3-year renewal back in 2019, they knew that 2022 was going to be the last year.
Yeah, that show didn't have staying power.
Is that the one that makes everybody cry every time?
Yes.
They have flashbacks, and the guy lived in Pittsburgh, was a huge Steelers fan, so you had to see some old football footage.
Turn right onto Cass Lake Road.
That was the only good thing.
I just remember walking in. It must be the one that they were watching, and everybody that was watching it would be crying.
Just crying. Yes.
Yeah.
The women who watch cry. Yes.
Yeah.
In 2.7 miles, take a slight left turn onto Highland Road.
The first couple of years were decent, and I stopped watching. And that's on NBC. ABC has their own version, and a million
Little
other
pieces or-
little things or something.
Little things, yeah. Finally, you guys, COVID-19 definitely didn't stop Conor McGregor. So, the UFC superstar, get this, was the world's highest earning athlete in 2020. Want to know how much he made?
No.
$180 million.
How much of that was
At the number?
for actually performing?
Well, most of his big earning actually came from his whiskey sales.
To 65
So he did make a decent amount. He made $22 million for his UFC 252 fight. So he made a decent chunk of money, but it was his whiskey sales that really put him over the edge. So he he earned $158 million outside of the octagon.
It's amazing. Like 6-7 years ago, he was a plumber's apprentice.
Yeah.
Which is, it's so crazy how much he earned. And then rounding out the top five, Lionel Messi came in number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo number 3, Dak Prescott in 4th, and LeBron James in 5th.
How does, I mean, I know Dak just got a big, huge contract. Yeah, he does commercials and stuff.
He made $107.5 million in 2020.
Sleep number bed, Campbell's soup. He's got a lot of those, Tony.
Yeah, it's true. It's just weird to see somebody who's never, really done much yet.
Yes. One.
All that money. Anyway, thank you very much, Heather. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, the National Football League schedule was released yesterday. Game by game. How are the Lions going to do? And like I said before, something in the schedule, maybe an anomaly. It hasn't happened since 1991. 97-1. Good to
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. The entire pro football schedule is out, including Week 1 odds. Tampa kicks off the season as a 6.5-point home favorite against Dallas. Other notable lines: Atlanta, 3.5-point favorite against Philly. New England, a 2.5-point favorite against Miami. And Denver, a 1.5-point road favorite at New York's team in the NFC. And we can tell that teasers are going to be extremely popular in week number 1. Arizona up to +8.5. Miami up to +8.5. Seattle up to +8.5. On the road in Indianapolis. Lots of good teaser options coming up for week 1 in pro football. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Gordon Chevrolet, where you pick out the vehicle you would love to drive and receive a worksheet with 18 different purchase and lease payments for you to choose from. At Gordon Chevrolet, you can receive cash back of up to 21% off MSRP on select models, and you can still receive all of your employee discounts. Best of all, Gordon Chevrolet has a great selection of inventory to choose from. So pull ahead your current lease and buy or lease a new Chevrolet from Gordon Chevrolet. Come home to Gordon Chevrolet on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City. Gordon Chevrolet.
Do you have your eye on a new home but need to sell your home first? Get the Z Guarantee, where your home is sold guaranteed or all buy. Here's football legend Howie Long for Skechers Arch Fit shoes.
Do you like comfort? Of course you do. Everyone does. But if you've never tried Arch Fit shoes from Skechers, you're missing out on next level comfort. Saying you like comfort but not trying Arch Fit is like saying you like Italian food but you've never tried pasta. You're missing out on the number one thing. Because with Arch Fit, Skechers created a whole new kind of comfort. They teamed up with podiatrists who used over 20 years of data to create a shoe that provides total foot and arch support for all-day comfort. Arch Fit distributes support across the arch no matter what foot type you have. You don't need an arch problem to love how they feel. And you say you have a passion for comfort but haven't tried them? That's like saying you're a sports fan but have never watched football. It makes no sense. So if you're the kind of person who claims to like comfort, stop what you're doing and try a pair of Arch Fit exclusively from Skechers. Then you'll finally understand true comfort.
See all the styles of comfortable, machine-washable Arch Fit shoes now at Skechers.com.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
26 miles.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Burrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, call 877-734-24.
at your phone all day long?
No, I really wasn't, believe it or not.
Really?
Because I wanted to be somewhat...
Well, and you don't get notifications. So
True.
if you get notifications, every once in a while it would pop up, and I would look and be, oh, okay, I'll click on that. So I clicked. And that's what it's all about, is the clicks.
I get it. All right, so the schedule was released. We'll get to the Lions in a second. Nationally, I think what people were most interested in finding out was when exactly is Tom Brady going back to New England. And that's week 4. I mean, that's, to me, that's the biggest game, regular season game you can imagine, right?
Yes.
Because we know what the Thursday game is, the Super Bowl champ. Always there's be prominent opponent that's going to be on that Thursday. So
Yes.
that's pretty cool. The other thing you want to find out is a fan of a particular team, how many prime time games there are, and of course when's the bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lions bye week, this is a good time. Definitely not too early. It's week 9. Now there were 2 things that I noticed about the schedule, and then it's kind of weird. And then I saw the actual things that backed it up. Your former team, the Washington football team. This will happen for the first time since 1995. Will end their season with 5 straight division wins.
I guess I didn't notice that.
Okay?
Not a fan of that.
No, me neither. Now, how about this one, though? For the first time since 1991, a team will play another team basically twice in a row. The Browns are in Baltimore week 12. Then they have a bye week 13. Week 14, they're home at home.
Flip-flop. Makes preparation easy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm trying. Yeah, I know.
Just
It's
weird.
not
First time
great.
since 1991. It's just strange.
Yeah, and I thought you were going to talk about Washington and Dallas, longtime rivals.
Yes.
They play week 14 and then again on week 16.
Wow.
So there's just only
I saw the
there's
Cowboys.
games
I
next
think
week.
the Cowboys, 4 of their 5 games, the last games were on the road.
Are they?
And
Yeah.
well, they're 4 of their 5 last
Division games. Yeah. And it's, it's interesting because, and Tom brought this up before the show, the Lions have 3 of their 5 to start are on the road, and 3 of their 5 to finish are on the road.
That's going to happen with 9 road games.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes.
Definitely, man, it's only 1 game, but it's so noticeable when you look at the totality of the schedule.
Oh, I know. And you
They seem like they don't come home much.
True. There's also on one team, I think it was Andy. I think it was the Chiefs. Maybe somebody will check because they were interviewing him. One part of the draft show that I saw, and they said, "What was it? One thing you look for when the schedule comes out. You want to find out when the bye is and all that." He said, "I think the first time in his career they go home road, and they alternate the entire season. They don't have any, 2 home games in a row, 2 road games."
They have 2 road games.
Then it wasn't the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, but they do alternate. No, they've got 3 home games
Okay,
as well.
so maybe it wasn't the Chiefs. There's one team, I don't remember who.
That just goes alternating. There's no homestand.
That's what the coach said. Yes. All right.
First time since 1991.
No, I said my 1991 thing. I was right on that. All right.
So let's tell you these are your most important things out of this.
No, I mentioned
Let's get to that before we actually talk about the Lions schedule.
Well, whatever. It's the preamble. It's the preamble. Do we have any music, Greg? No music?
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. Let's play another one bites. That's a good idea. Yes. All right. They didn't expect to be called. They're still sleeping. They're practicing for their Mondays. By the way.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
There we go.
The Lions will open up at home against Jimmy G. Or will it be Trey Lance? I think it's Jimmy G. And the 49ers, I'm not going to give you final scores because I think they're going to lose that game. They're 0-1.
I believe they're 0-1 as well.
Next week, Green Bay. We're going to be a little bleary-eyed on Tuesday, September 21st.
Okay with that.
Because we have a Monday night affair at Lambeau where the Lions, now don't forget the game's against the Packers. There's a lot of wiggle room here because we're not sure exactly who the quarterback's going to be. I'm going under the impression it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. So the Lions will lose again. They'll be 0-2.
I'm under the impression it will not be Aaron Rodgers,
Okay.
but it is Monday night at Lambeau in Green Bay. I think Green Bay still wins this game, but it's very close. And again, I will preface this whole season, I don't believe Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback in Green Bay.
Week number 3, the Lions return home to take on John Harbaugh, Ben Mason, and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ben Bredesen, don't forget about him.
Exactly. And the Lions and Dan Campbell get off to a crappy start. They're 0-3. They lose that game too.
I originally had this one as a win because I think that Lamar Jackson still can't throw the football, and the Lions' run defense is going to be pretty good. But I think they come away with a tough-fought loss in this one as well.
Okay. Next, they go to Chicago. Now, will this be the dawning of the Justin Fields era? Will he open the season as the starter? It could be the last game Andy Dalton starts.
I think they're going to bring back Trubisky for this game.
They should, because he plays so well against the Lions. Maybe Nick Foles will get
I was going to say,
action.
you know who their number 3 quarterback is?
Yes.
It's still Nick Foles.
It's still Nick Foles. And the Lions will get Dan Campbell win number 1 on the road at Soldier Field. The Lions are now 1-4.
I agree. I think they do get that win. And I'm wondering if you looked at my notes over here. I think I'm probably sure, I'm 100% sure that really soon we're going to have divergent ideas.
Okay. Following week, they stay on the road, and it's the battle of the Spielmans. And to me, the purple will come out on top. The Lions lose to the Vikings, and they are 1-4.
Yep, slow start. I'm going to go 1-4 as well, but we're starting to heat up. We're starting to show some progress.
The biggest thing out of this schedule, 3 road division games in the first 5.
Yep.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Then they come home to take on Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lions will win that game. They'll be 2-4.
Yes, they will. 2-4. I'm going with the same. They win. They beat Cincinnati.
The following week, the game many Lion fans anticipated all offseason. Fly to Los Angeles to take on Matthew Stafford's Los Angeles Rams. The revenge game for Jared Goff. Sorry, you're not getting your revenge. The Rams will win. The Lions will be 2-5.
I agree. I'm not. It's a tough start, but it's a tough start to the schedule.
Right.
This isn't an indictment on the Lions right now. It's just a very tough start to the schedule.
Next, it's Halloween, and it's so scary. Those birds from Philadelphia come in. They decide to stop at Spartan Stadium to watch Michigan State the day before. Fly, Eagles, fly. Not so fast, my friends. The Lions win that game, head into the bye halfway through with a record of 3-5.
So far, we are lockstep.
All right.
And we're going into the bye week. I think this is where we take a little break, and you and I separate our ways.
Yes, we do. And we will take a break and come back with the second half of the season coming up next. Hey, if you want to get away, relax, and simply have a great time, go to the D Las Vegas. Everything you need, D taking all the necessary precautions to make sure your stay is safe and you have a great time when you're at the D. You might even want to hang out and watch the Raiders, because they play in Vegas, as you know. You want to golf when you're out there, they'll hook you up with all the great teapots. You want to eat good food, Joe Vicari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse right there at the D. Or you want something a bit more casual, it's American Coney Island. But of course, you want to hang out at the new and improved Sportsbook and the Long Bar. Derek Stevens, the owner of the establishment, he hangs out at the Long Bar. Tell him he sent you. He just might get you a cocktail. So for all your fun, gambling, football needs, it's the D Las Vegas. Book your room today, thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
97.1 on ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, there is still an accident in the work zone I-75 southbound after 11 Mile. That's off to the left shoulder. You'll find road work is scheduled to leave one lane open today, 94 eastbound from Belleville Road to 275. And look for ongoing construction, various lane closures, including that left lane closure, 75 southbound from Verner Highway to Springwells in southwest Detroit, and northbound from Springwells to Clark Street. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Detroit Pistons host the Denver Nuggets. Pre-game tomorrow night at 7:35 on News Radio 950.
WWJ.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Paulson's Audio and Video.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Fair Divorce for Men. Visit dadsdivorce.com. The brooms are still out at Madison Square Garden, folks. After the Rangers' surprise firings of President John Davidson and General Manager Jeff Gordon last week, newly promoted President and GM Chris Drury yesterday dismissed head coach David Quinn and all of his assistant coaches except goaltending coach Benoit Allaire. In his 3 seasons, Quinn went a respectable 96, 87, and 25, while Davidson and Gordon completely rebuilt the roster, making it younger and faster, if inexperienced and too soft. As a diehard Rangers fan, my view is that Quinn, whose hiring I enthusiastically supported, by the way, did a pretty damn good job, if you ask me. Columbus's John Tortorella and Arizona's Rick Tocchet were also fired this week and should be on Chris Drury's list of potential replacements. My personal choice would be Tortorella. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's probably going to be Gerard Gallant or Chris Knobloch. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. When the prospect of divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Detroit area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor.
Welcome to Autozone. What are you working on today? Of course we can help you gear up for that next oil change. We've got a great deal for the job. Right now you can get 5 quarts of Castrol GTX conventional or high mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup and next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Did you know that in 2020, the average homeowner gained $20,000 in home equity? You can start on home improvement projects or pay off lingering debt with the increasing equity in your home. Hall Financial's one-of-a-kind process allows the majority of our loans to close in 10 business days or less. Take advantage of historically low mortgage interest rates and go to davidhallmortgage.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Wearing a mask is more than protection. It's a bridge to better days. The path back to celebrations with family. Nights out on the town with friends. Game days with your favorite sports teams. And the thrill of live concerts. But until we can all get the COVID-19 vaccine and build community immunity, which will take time, we all need to continue to stay careful, because Michigan's recovery is depending on you, and so are your family, friends, and neighbors. So even after you're vaccinated, wear a mask, avoid large gatherings, and social distance. One day in the near future, we will all be able to put this pandemic behind us. But until then, spread hope, not COVID. Learn more at michigan.gov/coronavirus. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Ram Spotlight Sales Event is going on at Kelly and his Vidlight Dodge in Orem. You can lease a Ram 1500 Bighorn for only $159 per month at DodgeDodge.com. License with $29.95 to signing. All rebates stated with top credit approval.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
There are no sweeter sounds. Hear the game. Here. All the play-by-play all season is on 97.1 The Ticket and the Odyssey app.
Well, the Lions' schedule is out. We've gone through the first 8 games. And now we have the bye week in week 9. The Lions with a record. We both have them at 3-5 as they finished their. Well, it can't even be the first half because they added a 17th game. So
you pick the same exact outcome for every game so far. I know.
Yes, but I do believe we will part ways here quickly.
You never know. All right. We closed the first week with the first half of the schedule with a team from Pennsylvania we go to the other side of the state, where the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's right, those Pittsburgh Steelers, take on the Lions. The Lions will go to Heinz Field, a road game, and who the hell knows if Roethlisberger's going to be standing by then. I think the Steelers are not going to be that good, but they'll be good enough to beat the Lions, who are coming into Pittsburgh. The Lions are now 3-6.
I'm going to go with the loss as well. I think Big Ben is still upright, and they find a way to win, especially with old D. Bush back in the defensive line.
All right, from there, they go to Cleveland, and the Browns, a team that many people think have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. They're building the team the right way. Baker Mayfield seems to be getting better. A lot of the parts around him, defensively, they're pretty damn good. Myles Garrett. I have the Lions losing that game as well. They're 3-7.
3-7. We are in agreement.
All right.
Wow, you guys are ever going to disagree?
We'll find out.
Let's say this right now. I think Kevin Stefanski may be the next gem of a coach. And he'll one day be regarded much higher than Sean McVay.
That's possible.
Yes.
And Detroit sports luck is that we got Ed Stefanski. The better Stefanski obviously went to another team. All right, and I like it. Stefanski, you're right. Great job. All right, next up, Thanksgiving. The Chicago Bears. One of the more disappointing parts of the schedule. I'd like to see somebody different for Thanksgiving. We had somebody different last year with Houston, but still, I'm enough with the division games of Thanksgiving most of the years. The Lions will lose at home on Thanksgiving. I know that Justin Fields is going to come in. Everybody goes, oh, Dan Campbell's first Thanksgiving game. You know, they're going to win and win and win. No, they're going to lose because the Bears are going to start to get better because Fields is going to get more and more experience. So
you know who else is going to get better? The Detroit Lions. And they're going to start protecting their quarterback. They're going to be running the ball efficiently. Defense is going to start coming together. They're going to get after Justin Fields on Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field, and they're going to come away with a Lions victory.
All right. We
disagree on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes. The next game will also be a home game, also against the division. It's going to be the Minnesota Vikings, the Spielman Bowl round 2. This time, the Detroit Lions with that improved defense that you're talking about. Dalvin Cook will probably be injured because he always gets injured, doesn't he? Or at least it seems that way. The Lions will win and go 4-8.
We agree on this one. I've got them at 5-8 at this point, but the Lions get a victory and a very important division victory.
You have, if I'm at 4-8, you have to have them at 5-7.
5-7. Yeah, sorry, I added a game.
All right, we then go to Denver. They fly out. Who knows if it's going to be snowing? The Broncos will be a very interesting team for the quarterback. You know, is this going to be Drew Lock? Who the hell knows? But it doesn't make a difference. The Lions will not do very well against that really good Denver defense. Give me the Broncos in that game. The Lions dropped to 4-9.
The Denver Broncos still have no idea what they're doing at quarterback. They really have no idea what they're doing on offense. This game will probably be a 10-7 game, something really exciting, like maybe even 13-12, and the Lions come out on top. Another game that we disagree on. The Lions now have their 6th victory of the year.
Wow, Sunday, December 19th. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Rondell Moore, and the Arizona Cardinals. They play the Lions every year. Doesn't it seem like
they do?
They come to Ford Field, and this could be, you know, if the Cardinals are wavering a little bit, this will be the last time you'll be able to see Larry Fitzgerald play at Ford Field, and it's probably going to be the last time you see Cliff Kingsbury coach in the NFL. I think the Lions win this game. Go 5-9.
I've got them at 6-8 because they do win this game. They've gone now on a 4-game win streak, the first of Dan Campbell's career as a head coach. And Cliff Kingsbury, I don't want to say he's fired after this game, but he will not coach as a head coach in Arizona in 2022.
You have them at 6 wins here or 7?
I have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got them at 7 wins.
Oh, boy.
I apologize.
All right, then the day after Christmas, the Lions fly to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Matty Ice, he's still slinging the ball around a little bit. Kyle Pitts getting more familiar. Lions on the road, don't like their chances. Give me the Falcons.
I'll take the Falcons as well in this one, and it's I think we're going to be able to watch Kyle Pitts be put
With that said, give me the Seattle Seahawks. The Lions are 5-11.
I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks as well. The Lions take a loss because Seattle is battling for that playoff spot. There's so much going on. I think Russell Wilson, even though he's grumpy at that time, he is playing for an opportunity to up his trade draft stock.
And finally, the season finale against the Green Bay Packers. The problem with predicting this game, besides the fact it's January the 9th, is the fact, A, we don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback. I assume he will be. But B, even if he is, are the Packers playing for anything? And a lot of times they aren't, which helps the Lions. I say in this wacky division, they will be playing for something because Rodgers is still going to be on the team. So, unfortunately, the Lions end their season with 3 straight losses. Give me the Green Bay Packers. The Lions finish out Dan Campbell's first season 5-12.
Wow, 5-12. See, here's my thought as they enter this final week of the NFL season. Whether Aaron Rodgers plays or not, I don't think he does in Green Bay, so I give them the win. If he does, I think he pulls an Aaron Rodgers move where in week 10, week 11, somewhere in there, he gets a hamstring. Something happens where he doesn't finish the season as the starting quarterback. The Detroit Lions go into the offseason feeling pretty good about themselves under first-year head coach Dan Campbell. Brad Holmes is preparing for the draft. They win this game, and they finish 8-9. Had they not added that extra game, actually I gave them a win in that Denver game, but they would have been right at about 500. I think this team is 8-9 is as good as they're going to do this year.
Hey, Gov, that cornbread being made down at the Jansen household.
This schedule is daunting.
It is.
I don't see 8. I still can see a best case scenario 7.
Yeah.
There's such an unknown still. Like John has them beating the Packers twice, right?
Yeah, I am losing the
No, I have them losing to the Pack in week 2.
Right.
Yeah, Monday Night Football. Whether Aaron Rodgers plays or not, I don't think they win that game. But I
think Rodgers is going to be a Packer or Bronco though, so it's at least 1 loss minimum.
Right.
So I mean, look, who knows? This is so far out.
Yes, there's so much, and who knows what they do with the roster. Do they add somebody at receiver? Could change maybe some ideas of what this schedule looks like. I mean, there's so much that can happen.
My big disappointment out of this is the Rams game. They just kind of stuck it in the middle of the year, and it's a 4-5 kick, meaning it's a regional game. I just don't understand why the NFL. It is right now. Now they could move it around or whatever, change the time, but it's going to be a Fox regional. It's like they don't want to play this up at all.
It's not going to be Joe Buck. What do they call the Sunday premier game? Football day.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
If,
Buck and Aikman.
If the Rams get off to a really good start, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you. To me, that should have been the Monday night game.
I mean, the love affair too last night on some of these shows with Stafford. I just don't get it, man. Well, he's better than Goff. He ain't that much better. This is going to be one of those that I cannot wait to see this play out. This may be the most fascinating movement of a player in Detroit sports history.
You're more interested in the Rams losing than the Lions winning.
I just no. This guy and Sean McVay, I'm just not buying it, and it just seems to be a Hollywood type thing where it's all fluff and bluff, and nobody wants to value Matthew Stafford or criticize him whatsoever nationally for the way he played here. You're right. Nobody ever talks about those interceptions last year.
Oh, what we do.
We know.
It's a narrative. And that's why I always go through and I look at each week, what do I want to see? And that very last week of the season, San Francisco at the Rams, I think the Rams are fighting for a wild card spot.
You want Trey Lance to beat Matthew Stafford so bad because Trey Lance is your guy. You got that Trey Lance.
I don't care who the
pleasure in your loins.
And it's not about beating Matt Stafford. It's about beating Sean McVay. He just annoys the hell out of me.
Last night they were talking about it. He was talking about his pick on ESPN, Tutu Atwell. I thought such a sloppy pick. This guy's like 5'8", 149. Oh, and he may make some highlight. He can go 90 on one play. The way Sean McVay talks like this, but I mean, seriously, it's just like when push comes to shove, you got to block. I just feel like I don't understand in the NFL how you can do what they've done with the NFL draft and just giving away picks.
Well, I think people still value their defense because of Aaron Donald. All right. Heather has news coming up next.
I do. So there's this video on social media that is causing a ton of controversy. It is sparking outrage. So we've got to talk about it and why some people are calling it child abuse.
Coming up next, we'll hear from you. Also, 2 Grand Slam at 725, 97.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1. The Ticket.
The Red Hot Detroit Tigers go for their 4th straight win today when they play the Kansas City Royals this afternoon at Comerica Park. 1:10 the first pitch here in the Ticket. Spencer Turnbull going for Detroit. Tigers won their 3rd in a row, beating Kansas City last night 4-2. Miguel Cabrera, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. He's 43rd all-time hits now, passing Oliver Swell with 28-78. He also has the most hits for any Venezuelan. Casey Mize throwing 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons finalized a contract extension for head coach Dwayne Casey. That goes through the 2023-24 season. Lions schedule is out along with the rest of the NFL. They open up on September 12th at home against the 49ers. Week 2, they visit Green Bay. Their only appearance on Monday Night Football and their only primetime appearance. They will host the Bears on Thanksgiving Day. Scheduled time for the 6th toughest in the league, playing 7 playoff teams. Lions visit the Rams and then Stafford October 24th. And the Ticket Update desk on Trent Lesson for more. 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
We have news. Heather, what's going on?
Well, Governor Whitmer addressed the controversy over the flight that she took to see her father in Florida, admitting on Wednesday that the flight was not paid for by taxpayer dollars and was not a gift. However, she did not really provide any additional information about how the trip was actually funded. So, of course, there are still a lot of people who want more answers, right? They want more answers about the flight and the controversy and the mystery surrounding it, but she didn't really give it to them yesterday anyway. She also did acknowledge that her trip lasted from a Friday to a Monday, which is not the 2 full days that her office had been saying. So that's all I got.
Well,
Just be honest, people.
Yeah, just come out and say, because the question then is, and we all know that people have outside incomes. They have income before they get into their elected position.
Yeah.
But as it stands now, if the flight was a private flight and it was, they estimated around $40,000 to make that flight, that's a quarter of her yearly salary.
Right. So if somebody's paying for it, there's something for the effort, right? You would think.
Yes, you would think.
You would think.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
So Detroit children over the age of 12 can start getting vaccinated at city locations beginning today. Of course, they will need a parent or guardian with them to get the shot. You know, a 12-year-old child cannot just walk into a vaccination clinic and say, hey, I want the vaccine. You know, yeah, give it to me now. They need the parent or guardian there with them. The city is expanding the vaccination age requirements. This comes a day after the CDC did approve the Pfizer vaccine for adolescents aged 12 to 15. Now, like I just said, there are some other requirements. The parent or guardian has to have an ID with them. You know, they got to make sure that you belong with that child that's coming in for your vaccination shot. You can see a whole list of other requirements as well, but that starts today. Okay, so there is this video of a pretty violent and I guess potentially dangerous youth football drill that is now going viral. It is all over the internet, all over social media, and it's causing some massive outrage. So on the first day this video was posted online, it got 5 million views. And it basically, I mean, I don't know how old these kids are. They look 5, 6 years old. They're very young. They're small children. And it shows basically a defensive player trying to tackle an offensive player holding the ball, okay? And during the drill, the offensive player sends the defensive player just kind of flying with this brutal, like, helmet-to-helmet hit.
Right on his chin. Yep.
Yeah, it's a quick little video.
2.5 miles.
And originally it wasn't clear, like I said, where it came from when it was shot, but it got a lot of attention, a lot of outrage. A lot of current and former NFL players are commenting on this video as well. Now, I have have done some more research, and in the aftermath of all of this, we're learning that this video came out of North Carolina. It occurred in September of 2020, and the team's head coach was removed from his position.
Good, as it should be.
So and that's what a lot of people were saying is, hey, anyone involved in this should be fired.